For hell, Wenchie!
Ivy, are you all right?
I'm pretty banged up, but I'll be all right. Honestly, I'm more worried about Wenchie. He's...
What's gotten into you?
Watch out!
I agree. Wenchie isn't acting like himself at all.
Something's definitely wrong with him. Glazed over eyes, unnatural behavior. When she's been imperious. Midas!
I've got to admit, figuring out I'd imperious the Scriven-Chef boy like that? You kids are smarter than you look. A shame you weren't smart enough to keep your noses out of my business. I wouldn't do that if I were you. Not unless you want Wenchie here to hurt himself. Or you. I see you found the last person who wasn't smart enough to mind their own business. Guess it's true what they say. Like father, like son.
You mean the man in the trunk is...
Dad.
He's resisting the Imperious curse.
What? But that's impossible! The senior Scriven-Shaft wasn't able to resist!
Get out of my head!
Ivy, go and get Harry. Daniel and I will make sure Midas doesn't go anywhere. It's over, Midas. Give it up.
You're right. It is over. For you.
The Dementor!
Don't worry, it won't attack you. Not until I order it to, anyway.
It listens to you? I don't believe it.
And yet, the proof is right in front of you. See, the Dementor recognizes in me a kindred spirit. We were both born lacking and take what we need to fill the void. When I asked it to help me expand my business, it was happy to oblige. It's a win-win situation, really. My cloaked friend gets to feast on all sorts of emotions in this quaint little village. While I get what I want. Revenge. Who do you think will take over all the shops, legally mind you, when Hogsmeade becomes a ghost town? Naturally, I'm more than happy to deal with any insubordination, shall we say. The Imperious Curse is just one tool in my arsenal.
You're utterly vile!
Now that's uncalled for. Do mind your language when discussing my business acumen.
So you imperious him, locked him away in a trunk, and made his family think he'd run out on them?
I know it sounds awful, but it was nothing personal. After all, success requires sacrifice.
Why are you telling us all this? You have to know you're only incriminating yourself.
Why indeed? Perhaps I simply haven't conversed with anyone in a while. lie, coerce, intimidate. Sure, but actually talking to someone is another matter.
You're not fooling us with those platitudes.
To each their own, I suppose. It's a pity you won't witness my takeover of Hogwarts once I've claimed all of Hogsmeade.
Antipodian Opalon. Acromantula Venom.
Imperial!
I doubt everything's perfect for you at Hogwarts. Misunderstood, distrusted. A fellow student you've clashed with, perhaps. A professor you thought was on your side. All the spells you've learned, and what do you use them for? Minding others' business? Defending those who don't even appreciate it? Was I right? Why keep trying when there's such turmoil in your heart? Just let go. The Scrivenshaft boy was as annoying as his father. Why struggle when life is stomping all over you? I certainly didn't. Not until I met my associates. But then again, not everyone is capable of walking amongst the Dementors. Azkaban is where he's headed. Once a thief, always a thief. That, and his family business now belongs to yours truly. Enough about him. This is my moment. Hogsmeade, a place that once looked down on me, will soon be mine. As soon as I take care of you lot. This emotion. It's as if my heart is swelling. It's here, the moment I've been waiting for so long. Oh, the joy. Wait, what are you doing? This isn't how it's supposed to be. Sweets and toys were luxuries I never had during my childhood. A child from a humble family deserved no such indulgence. I had nothing. But then life gave me something no one else has. A pact with a Dementor. I've faced these fearsome creatures 3 times and emerged unscathed, while my opponents were not so fortunate. Hate seethed within me, festering like a wound that could never heal. Only one thing mattered: the fortune that I worked tirelessly to amass. And now, I am the wealthiest of them all.
I'm never going to hurt anyone ever again. Expecto Patronum! I did it! I cast a corporeal Patronus!
See? I told you that you could do it.
Mr. Potter, thank goodness you're here. It's Midas Golvig. He's...
I know. Miss Warrington filled me in.
Thank you, Mr. Potter. I wouldn't have managed it if the Dementor hadn't turned on Midas at the last minute. Strange, now that I think of it.
It would seem that Mr. Golvig misunderstood Dementors. I suspect that these evil creatures might sometimes overlook victims numbed by immense pain, like Golvig himself.
I see. When my Patronus faded, Midas believed victory was within reach. He must have felt something then. Something powerful.
And that's what led the Dementor to him.
What we have is speculation at best. For now, let's get you kids back to Hogwarts. Professor McGonagall must be worried sick.
Wenshi, you're back!
You've been out nearly a week. We were starting to worry McGonagall had expelled you for stealing that sword.
I thought the same when I turned myself in. Guess the sob story must have worked since she only gave me 2 months of detention. Indeed. Scrubbing the entrance hall floors with a muggle toothbrush feels like cruel and unusual punishment.
So, how's your father?
He woke up the other day. That's why I was out. I was visiting him in St. Mungo's. He's still in rough shape, but the healers expect him to make a full recovery.
That's great news, Wenshi.
Yeah, it's gonna take a lot of effort and hard work. Not 2 of my favorite things, I must admit, but for the first time in a while, I'm actually hopeful about the future of our family and Scrivenshafts. Of course, don't think I've forgotten who helped make that possible. Thank you. I'm in your debt. Which, as you might expect, isn't a state I like to be in, so I've thought of something you might enjoy.
Is it a lifetime discount at Scrivenshafts?
Well, my dad's still running the family business now that he's back, but I'll likely take over once I graduate. Meanwhile, I hope you'll enjoy being characters in my latest story.
That's great. Have you started writing again?
Sort of. Our adventure was really inspiring. Midas too. He'll make a fascinating antagonist in my story.
Sounds wonderful. Should we be looking for a copy at Flourish and Blots anytime soon?
The ink's still drying on my manuscript, and it'll take some time to revise. But keep your eyes peeled.